Welcome to the December episode of Fisher News. I'm JT Wright.
And I'm Malayna. We have some great stories to bring you this month.
We have Lucah talking about the secret society, the Illuminati, and Owen looking at why we get presents at Christmas.
JT sits down with Jamie Briggs and talks hoops and gritty, and while Sydney takes a look at some weather.
Booth reports to us on the new Buddy Bench program. Kaila gives us a peek behind the scenes of the news show, and Malayna talks with Mrs. Cody about the holiday concert.
Let's start the show with Lucah and find out what the Illuminati is all about.
Hi, I'm Lucah, and today you are going to find out about the Illuminati. The Illuminati, you might recognize this symbol, the Illuminati. Why the Illuminati? In my opinion, the Illuminati is very, very cool, and in a lot of other people's opinions, including mine, the Illuminati is very popular. The Illuminati is a highly secretive society which has been planning and directing world events from behind the scenes. Members include Queen Elizabeth, most U.S. presidents, including Barack Obama, George W. Bush, George H.W. Bush, and Bill Clinton. The Illuminati is especially active in the music industry. Most popular singers have at one time or another been labeled as belonging to the Illuminati or being puppets of the Illuminati. Jay-Z, Kanye West, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, Michael Jackson, and the Beatles have all been accused of involvement with the Illuminati. Some celebrities have decided to play on the popularity of the Illuminati and have incorporated Illuminati symbols in their work. Jay-Z has incorporated the all-seeing eye in the pyramid symbol. For Fisher News, I'm Lucah Biddle. Peace out.
Well, it sounds like you cracked the secret code, Lucah. Thanks. Now let's go to Owen, who looks at the tradition behind Christmas presents.
So folks, we all love getting presents at Christmas, but do we really know why we get presents at Christmas? I'm here to tell you that. It all started with the birth of baby Jesus. 3 wise men following a mysterious star. Once they found baby Jesus, they gave him valuable gifts, such as myrrh, gold, frankincense. But that's not the real reason why we have it. It really dates back long ago into where pagans were still, back in Rome. And they had a party every winter to lighten the mood because of how cold and dark it was. That's the real reason we do it. But you can take your stories as you like. But choose it. Well, that's my story. Back to the news desk.
The holidays are a wonderful time of year. Thanks, Owen. Next hour, anchor JT Wright sat down with BBA's varsity basketball coach, Jamie Briggs, to talk about what's going on in the NBA and NFL this season.
For Fisher News, I'm JT Wright, and I'm here with Mr. Briggs, one of our school's para-educators. So, Mr. Briggs, what are your thoughts on the Warriors and Clay's 60-point game?
Well, JT, thanks for having me on the show, first of all, and thanks to Fisher Elementary School. But Klay Thompson's 60-point effort was pretty amazing. as you know, his father played in the NBA, and he's a lot better shooter than his father is. And I think you're going to see more to come from Clay and the Warriors this year.
I completely agree. And what are your thoughts on the Patriots and the Gronk injury?
Well, the Patriots are still, the favorite to represent the AFC in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. But with Gronk's injury, it's going to be hard on the passing game. But they do have some other receivers, and hopefully the experts say that he's supposed to be out the rest of the season. But as we know, Gronk, he could probably make a comeback.
Yeah, a punctured lung and a broken disc is quite bad.
Yes, it is.
And one last question. What are your thoughts on Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott?
Well, there again, the Cowboys this year, they're a surprise of the NFC. The Jerry Jones, the owner, went out and got those boys during the draft, and I think it's pretty exciting, especially the Elliott. Young running back, comes from Ohio State. They breed running backs. They're in the college. They're going to be in the college Final Four for football this year, and I think it's going to be a Cowboys and Patriots Super Bowl this year, JT.
Let's hope so. For Fisher News, I'm JT Wright, and back to the news desk. Man, he sure knows his sports. Thanks, Mr. Briggs, for taking the time to sit down with me. Let's go over to Lewis, who talked with the family that donated the Buddy Bench.
Hi, I'm here with Mary and Harold, the ones that got us the Buddy Bench. So Mary, what is the cause for the Buddy Bench?
Well, the Sargent family wanted to honor my mother, who's in this picture, and she loved children. She loved the fact that children could be buddies and not fight and not disagree, that they could work out their differences. So we got the bench in honor of her because she's no longer with us.
Very, very interesting. So Harold, what do you think about the Buddy Bench?
I think it's great, and my wife would have been very happy to know that this was going to continue bringing people together.
Well, folks, you heard it. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Lewis. I think the Buddy Bench is going to help a lot of people make new friends. Now we go to Kaila, who talks about behind the scenes of a news show.
Hello, everybody. Have you wondered what happens behind the scenes? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking to you today. So, about the first Monday of every month, we have a meeting and say suggestions of stories. And then Mr. Cummins says a day we have to be done with the rough draft. Then we see if there's any errors, and then we find out what day we are going to shoot the show. Some of the meetings we learn about the camera. Sometimes we just write our stories. Sometimes someone comes and talks to us, and then we ask questions. There are only 5 people who do the stories. Sometimes the kids shoot the stories. To write our story, Mr. Cummings gave us a notebook to write in our notebook, or we just type on the computer. I'm leaving you with a video before we go to the news desk.
Today, but this is Eliza Larson.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
At WCAX in Burlington right now.
Tell me about your election coverage show, because that was a big night for us too at Channel 3. Yeah.
I talked to Cynthia Browning.
You did? How did that go?
Good.
Good. Oh, that's awesome. I talk to her on the phone all the time. She's really nice.
Told about the history of the American flag.
I was the anchor that month with Sydney, and I went with, and I asked kids in the 4th and 5th grade who would they vote for president, and it was really interesting. They all voted Hillary Clinton except for one kid.
Really?
But then I said, I knew the election would have turned around just by how it did, and now we got Donald Trump.
Owen did, oh wait, Lucah, you did another interest. Here, come over and sit at one of these 2 tables, will you, so we can see it. Yours was similar to Lewis's, Lucah. What was it? I don't remember.
It's, if you were president, what would you do? And then
To the kids, right?
was same but with teachers.
And Sydney was if you were president as a kid, as a teacher, what would you do? And that was kind of a funny.
Every Monday we come in, we eat our lunch, and what we do, we just think of stories, make up stories for people, and we'll get our one we want to shoot, and then we'll get it all set, and then that will happen.
All right. So you guys think up your own stories?
Yeah.
Is that tough? We have to think up our own stories at Channel 3 too. That's tough for us too.
It's kind of tough, but it's like more of a free for all. Because when we did the election, we all had to cover an election topic.
But my deadline is a lot faster than you guys. So when I get to work at 9 in the morning, my deadline is 5 p.m. that same day. So I have to shoot, I have to run, do all my interviews, do my reporting, and I have to go back, and then I have to take all the footage that I get on this camera, put it into a big computer, and generate a story for the night. And then I can, sometimes it'll be live, sometimes it'll be just aired right there. So it's pretty crazy, but it's just like what you guys do. Anyone else have any questions? Yeah?
What's your favorite part about the job?
Ooh, that is a great question. I like that every day it's something different.
So as a reporter, you could make a story or someone look very, very different depending on how you report on it, right? So you could take, this news show that we're doing here, and you could have a story that makes us all look like great kids and everything, or like, and we're in Arlington today because certain kids are not doing their work and they have to be in this new alternative news program. So how do you, as a person, figure out how to tell a story fairly? I think that's the thing. I want these guys to kind of start.
That's a very good question. So I think the best way to answer that is to kind of, when I'm at a story, like if I'm talking to you guys here, you want to find the meat of the story. When I say the meat of the story, you want to find what makes it a story. You want to find, why are these kids all gathered here together? So you talk to each of the kids, you talk to their teachers, you talk to the people involved, and you get kind of the idea of what's going on. And from that, you can craft the story. So if I was going to take these two examples, these kids doing a school news program or kind of more of a negative story, I'd have to talk to you guys to find that out, because that can't come from me. That has to come from you guys. So would you guys say this is like a fun thing to do, or would you say this is like a no fun project?
Fun!
See, there you go.
How do you write a news story? How do you decide if there's a story there, or nobody really cares what the menu for November is going to be, and you're going to, and you should cover something more interesting? So
no,
it's probably a harder question. But.
No, but when you're writing a story, what we like to do at Channel 3 is we like to start with characters. So when I'm doing a story on you guys today, you guys are going to be my characters. And then I'm going to kind of get into the meat of it. Okay, why are these kids gathering together during lunchtime to talk about this stuff? This is what the idea behind it is. So you always want the story to be interesting to people, and characters make it interesting. What would draw you in? What would make you want to watch it? Can you guys think of anything? Yeah, go for it.
Exciting stuff.
Exactly. So you want to start with the really exciting stuff. Maybe you're starting with a really cool shot of all the kids together at the music concert.
If it's interesting to you, then it's going to be interesting to other people. So that's what I want you guys started to think about.
Maybe what you do as your very first clip, maybe the first thing you show is you show all the kids in the lunchroom. And then you say, this is where everyone at the Fisher Elementary School eats food, except for these guys on Monday. And then you kind of do a shot maybe from outside the door and show you guys sitting here eating your food together. Then it's kind of like, why are those kids hanging out together? That's going to draw them in. It's like there's this big question mark why all of these guys are hanging out here and not in the lunchroom. What's the deal? That's what's going to get people to watch it.
Our last story, Malayna talked to Miss Cody about the recent Arlington Holiday Concert.
Hi, I'm Malayna, and I'm here with Miss Cody to talk about the Christmas concert. Why did we start the Christmas concert?
Well, we started it was already started when I came back in 1990, and it was a tradition that the Fisher School always did a holiday concert in December. And it includes all the kids in the school, and people from all over the community come because it's a tradition here in Arlington.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been doing it since 1990, and it was happening even before I came.
When do you start preparing the children at Fisher School to do the concert?
We start preparing right after Halloween, which seems really early, but the concert is usually the first part of December, so we have to start it early enough so that we have time to learn all the songs, because I only see the kids for music class once a week.
That is incredible. That's it for now. Go back to the news desk. That's our show for this month. Thanks for joining us. I'm Malayna Hoy.
And I'm JT Wright. We leave you this week with some footage of the Fisher Mannequin Challenge school participated in to raise money for Second Chance Animal Shelter. See you next month.